this is our table for today. Me and Dave are playing Dark Angels versus Grey Knights, and this is what we've got. We have got primary targets and search and destroy. We'll be back once we've looked at the armies and we're all deployed.
Okay, this is the Dark Angels army for today. We've got 3 intercessor squads. We're actually using the Inquisitor as Lionel because I haven't made him up yet. We've got a Captain in Terminator armour, Azrael, Librarian in Terminator armour, who's actually Ezekiel, and then we've got 2 Deathwing Terminator squads.
Okay, so 1500 points of Grey Knights. We have a Grandmaster Nemesis Dread Knight with the Heavy Incinerator and Side Cannon. We have another Nemesis Dread Knight. This is just a normal one with the Side Cannon and the Gatling Silencer. 2 units of 5 Interceptors. A unit of 10 Purifiers. A unit of 5 Terminators. A Venerable Dreadnought. A Chaplain in Terminator armour, and Castellan Crow, who's the Warlord, and that's 1500 points of Grey Knights. Okay, so this is the setup. We've rolled off. I'll be going first, so we'll be back after the movement phase. Okay, so at the end of the movement phase, everything's moved up. This unit of Purifiers with Castellan Crow advanced to measly 2, so we weren't able to get into the building to secure the objective. We have got the Dreadnought on that objective, and those guys managed to get onto that one. We'll be back after the shooting phase. Okay, so at the end of the shooting phase,
You've got 2
I think I killed 3 intercessors in total with the not Grandmaster, just the general Nemesis Dread Knight. That was it. I did fire a couple of pot shots with the interceptors before they moved. But that was it. We move into Dave's turn 1 movement phase. Okay, so at the end of Dave's movement phase, Azrael and the group of intercessors advanced into there, which just gets in range of the centre objective. That unit of intercessors stayed still, and Lion and this unit of intercessors moved towards this objective. We move into Dave's shooting phase. Okay, so at the end of Dave's shooting phase, I've lost 3 Marines from this squad, and that guy's on a wound. And I lost 3 interceptors over here, and that guy's on a wound. All to bolter fire. It was not great. There's no charges because the unit in the ruin advanced, and everything else is out of range. So we move into my turn 2. Okay, so at the end of the movement phase, Castellan Crow and his Purifiers are going into the building to go and flame Azrael out. This Knight Grandmaster moved up slightly. They've not moved. These guys have come up to take this objective and to hopefully die a heroic death against that, and he's snuck round here. Dreadnought staying on the objective, we move into the shooting phase. Okay, so at the end of the shooting phase, I have killed 1 intercessor over here with my Nemesis Dread Knight. The unit that you can't see in here is now down to 3 Marines and Azrael, one of the Marines on 1 wing, and I've chipped 2 Marines off over here. It wasn't a massively successful shooting phase. We do now go into the combat phase, and I will be charging with this unit in here, and hopefully these guys into there, just for some heroic kill as many before I die shenanigans. Okay, so at the end of the combat phase, Castellan Crow and his group of Purifiers slapped Azrael and his Marines, wiping them out and taking the centre objective. I do score overwhelming force, along with my primaries at the beginning, so my total is now 13-0 as we go into Dave's turn 2. Okay, so Dave's movement phase, we've got a unit of these, the Knights.
Yeah.
Unit of
Captain.
Knights and a Captain. Drop down over here, and then we've got another unit, these Knights as well. Another unit of Dark Angels Knights drop over here with Ezekiel. And then we have these intercessors, and the line have moved up to kill them and take the objective. They've stood still, and we move into Dave's shooting phase. Okay, so we didn't realise, but Ezekiel can't join nights, but Dave's new and he's written his list thinking he could, so we're going to play it as is for now. So yeah, just to let you know if you're a bit confused as to why Ezekiel is in a unit of 9. So at the end of the shooting phase, Dave killed 1 Marine over here and then brought that other one down to 1, and then killed 3 Marines out of this from who were there overthrowing the target. And we move into the charge phase. It's going to be these boys going in for the kill over here, I think, and the Insis over there. They are re-rolling because they've got a captain. We'll be back after the combat phase. Okay, so at the end of Dave's turn 2, he scores overwhelming force because he knocked off a unit over here and engaged on all fronts for a total of how many victory points?
Potentially triple, quadruple combat.
Combat-wise, these guys failed the charge and my one guy died over there.
That's 5 VP for overwhelming force. 4 VP if you find units in all 4.
So you not Overwatch anymore then? My movement's done. Just move this guy out a little bit as well. Not having
4 VP. So you scored 9 plus your original 5.
and I'd have about 2 times. Pretty pointless. Shooting then, I'm going to start with 14.
So 14. So the score's 14 to 13. So we move into my turn. 2, 3. 3.
Normal.
Oh, Dave also had defend stronghold, which you forgot about, which we would have scored last turn for 3 victory points. So the actual total is 17 to 13. Okay, so at the end of my command phase, I hold 2 objectives, which scores me 10 victory points, which takes me to 23. And I think that's it. We'll be back after the movement. Okay, so at the end of my movement phase, this guy's shooting over here. My Terminators got deep strike behind them because I have captured the outposts and I want to get that. These guys have bumped slightly further away from these, and he's turned and moved slightly further away. That's it for my movement. We'll be back after the shooting phase. Okay, so at the end of my shooting phase, these guys shot at them and then moved back, having done them damage. This managed to do 2 wounds with the side cannon to one of the Terminators. I've killed 1 Marine over here with this Dreadnought, which is a bit shocking. And then from the incinerator guys in here, I managed to kill 3 Marines here. We go into the charge phase. It's literally going to be the chaplain and the Terminator squad charging, and then we go back to Dave's turn, I expect. Okay, so at the end of the combat phase, my Terminators wiped out the rest of those intercessors after spending a CP to re-roll my charge because I failed the first attempt. I wiped them out, scoring capture enemy outposts, which takes the score to 31 to, what's your score, Dave?
17.
To 17, going into Dave's turn 3. We'll be back after the command phase and movement phase. The end of Dave's movement phase. These boys staying where they are. These unit knights moved up towards my Grey Knight Terminators. The Lion trying to chase down my baby carrier, and then these guys have advanced up onto this objective. We move into the Dark Angels shooting phase. Okay, so at the end of Dave's shooting phase, these guys killed 1 of my incinerators in the building. There's no charges because everything's out of range or advanced. So it is now my turn 4. Okay, so at the end of my command phase / movement phase, the score sits at 41 to 20. I've forgotten to move them, so I'll move them in a sec. This has moved back. This has bumped to the side to shoot him. This guy's moved back. They've moved back slightly, and the guys in here have moved slightly over here to be in range with their purifying flame there. So I'll just move those interceptors, and then we'll be into the shooting phase. Okay, so at the end of my shooting phase, I managed to get a lucky last cannon shot off at the Lion, taking down 6 wounds. I put all of my storm bolters into this unit here. And now it's only a 5-man squad, and one of them's down to 1 wound. And then after putting all of his shots into there, I managed to kill the 1 knight that was already wounded. That's the end of my shooting phase. There's no charges. At the end of my turn, I score extend battle lines, which takes the score 46 to 20 as we move into Dave's turn 4 command phase. Okay, so at the end of Dave's command phase, the unit that's left in there are the open moment target. Dave scores 10 victory points, taking the score 30 to 46, and we'll be back after Dave's movement phase. Okay, so the end of Dave's movement phase, intercessors staying where they are. The line is decided he's going to try and move up towards the middle for the last turn. These guys have moved closer to try and get a long charge in on the chaplain and his unit. And these guys have moved up, still within range of the objective, but just giving themselves a bit of extra wiggle room for turn 5 and the shooting phase. Okay, so at the end of Dave's shooting phase, I lost another 2 Marines in there, so they're going to have to do a battle shock test again. And we move into the charges. It's going to be these guys into there, I'm guessing. We'll be back to see if that was successful. Okay, so at the end of Dave's combat phase, my Terminator's got absolutely fucking stamped on. I managed to drop one of his down to 2 wounds. However, my Terminator's got completely wiped out, except for my off-the Terminator, who's on 1 wound, and my chaplain, who miraculously survived. As we go into the final turn, command phase, my turn. So, at the end of my command phase, I score 10 primary, which takes me up to 56. Be back after the movement phase. Okay, so at the end of my movement phase, both of the knights have moved in this way to try and deal with this over here. This unit of interceptors moved up to pull in the charge after they fired some bolt fire over here. That's the end of my movement. We're into the shooting phase. Okay, so at the end of my shooting phase, I put everything into Lionel Johnson, and sadly I only managed to get him down to 3 wounds. So we go to the combat phase. It's going to be over there. I'm going to charge my interceptors in, and then we'll see. Okay, so at the end of the combat phase, Dave has knocked my Terminator completely out of the game, and we move into Dave's final turn, turn 5. We work back after we work out the victory points. Okay, so Dave scored take no prisoners and has scored 10 at the beginning of at the end of his command phase, taking the final. Well, he's still got his secondaries, but he is now on 44 to 56. It's not bad. Who's your open moment target, Dave?
Open moment target's probably going to be
2 damage. Yeah, -2 and 2 damage.
doesn't really matter, but I'm going to pick these guys.
Okay, we'll be back after Dave's movement phase.
Well, no, because I've captured that already.
Yeah, so movement phase. They're moving up. Don't know where they're going, but they're going somewhere. Oh, they're coming over to fight. They love a fight. Lions come over here for a fight. For all the fight. We'll be back after the shooting phase. Okay, so at the end of the shooting phase, my last 2 incinerator chaps are dead. It's just Custard and Crow hiding in there now. We go into the charge phase. Okay, so at the end of Dave's final turn, the Terminator is wiped out my last unit of interceptors, although they valiantly injured one. The Lion, we removed the building to make it easy to see, but the Lion slapped Castell and Crow before he even got a chance to go, taking that objective and getting is it secure no man's land, which takes the final score to 49 to 56 to me, so it was a very narrow victory to the Grey Knights. Hope you've enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe for more content, and we'll see you at the next one.